Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here. Happy Saturday. Yesterday we finished up the 3-time structure deck lists, so we've got all the decks over here in the deck box, and we are prepping for the tournament, and that's just going to mean like a little bit of extra play test, shuffles and cuts, a little bit of gold fishing, in order to get everything done right. But I did promise you guys a quick speed duel spotlight. So I wanted to talk about another card from the Espa build, and I wanted to talk about the Reflect Bounder. I kind of wanted to go a little more in depth with him and like why he's so good and why he's going to remain good, at least for a while. So the effect here, before damage calculation, if this card is being attacked by an opponent's monster and was in attack position at the start of the damage step, inflict damage to the opponent equal to the attacking monster's attack value. If you do, after damage calculation, destroy this card. Now, that wording is very important. The wording is like super, super duper important. And I'm going to show you a couple of ways about why that's so important, just to illustrate what I mean. So, like, this card is better than a set it and forget it because it's more of a summon and make the opponent deal with it. Now, this is an interesting gambit right now because, again, if you're going first, chances are this will be the only monster on the field. Hammer Shot's still totally a thing. Hammer Shot will get in there and mess you up. Okay? So first and foremost, Hammer Shot negates this out. Things like Zero Gravity, Windstorm of Vitaqua, not that we have it, but like Enemy Controller would do the same thing. If we go to it, I want to say we do have the Gravekeeper's Assailant. It's been a minute since I played Gravekeepers in this. Because it does say this card being attacked by an opponent's monster was in attack position at the start of the damage step. You have to understand the battle phase a little bit. So like, just because I declared an attack doesn't mean it's already the damage step. During the damage step is when just attack and defense modifiers can basically be activated, unless a card's effect states otherwise. So when you deal with the battle switch-up effect of a card like the Gravekeeper's Assailant, where, again, we'll just pretend this face-down copy Reflect Bounder is that, I attack, I mean, make it look real. I attack, great. Necro Valley is active because I've got my skill card, whatever. I'm then able to change the battle position before the damage step of one of my opponent's monsters. We can put him in defense mode. And then you're looking at my 15. I think it's actually 17 with a skill card because it's only a 200 power bonus. And then 17 versus your 1000 defense. So this is a very niche concept of like how to disarm a Reflect Bounder. But since the Reflect Bounder was no longer in attack mode at the beginning of the damage step itself, there's no Reflect Bounder effect. That said, let's choose something where it would. So let's go ahead. Let's put the Reflect Bounder on the opponent's inside of field again. And this time I'm going to use my Air Knight Parshath. So normally when I attack defense position, I whatever, piercing. Plus, when I deal battle damage, I get to draw a card. So what's going to happen is I'll declare my attack. They will sit there. They will take 200. However, because the Reflect Bounder's effect is active, whatever Air Knight Parshath's current value is points I take directly. So very much in the same way like Zoma wants to do damage equal to the monster that destroys him in battle. So like Zoma in defense mode versus Obelisk equals Obelisk, making his controller take 4K. In this instance, I would go ahead and I would do this, and I would take 1900. Still clear the monster, still gets destroyed. We don't have to worry about the secondary portion of the effect, but I would still take my full 1900 while they only take 200. In a mirror match, I'm still taking the full 17. But the monsters will cancel each other and destroy each other. So again, we don't have to worry about the second portion of the Reflect Bounder's effect. So that is the beat it, the meet it, and now let's underwhelm it. So let's say I have my Alligator Sword in attack mode, and I go and I attack the same Reflect Bounder. Okay. Now, what's going to happen is I'm going to lose by 200 points. But I'm still going to take my battle damage from the effect, or sorry, my effect damage. So when the Reflect Bounder comes at me, bro, I still lose my 1500 by effect, 200 by battle, and in this case, the Reflect Bounder would have survived. And since the Reflect Bounder survived, we need to refer to that last sentence, blah, 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 blah. If you do, after damage calculation, destroy this card. So in this instance, Reflect Bounder has done his effect. He has survived the battle. He's cleared an opponent's monster card. But he still needs to be removed from the field now. So knowing that is one thing. Being able to play through it is another thing. There are some cheeky ways to get around him. Again, things like Kunai with Chain, Stumbling Earthquake, Zero Gravity Windstorm of Itaqua, Gravekeeper's Assailant's effect. These are all valuable. They all work. Book of Moon. And then, even just using an effect to cross him out or whatever. Any of it and all of it works. But the big punchline, the reason we will use him is because mid-game, when life points are starting to get tight, the opponent either has to use some sort of trick to get rid of him, or they have to take a minimum of 1,700 points of damage to take this character out. And that's one of the reasons why Reflect Bounder is awesome. And he was awesome the first time he was played in the advanced format, and it was a great time. A lot of us enjoyed it. Some of us didn't have the card. Obviously, those players did not enjoy it as much. But now that it's like a super common card, we're playing in a new format, there's a lot less life points. This effect becomes just so much bigger than it used to be, and really adds to different types of tech builds where you could just be playing, I'm just going to play a deck full of tech monsters, or I'm going to play tech machine. I'm going to use Reflect Bounders and Cyber Dragons and, double barrel dragons. I'm going to enjoy all of the stuff. Like, you can do that. You should do that. But it also makes it easier to do some decks by dealing with effect damage. And I think moving forward this is how we're going to see the Reflect Bounder find its home in the format. And I don't know. You guys let me know. What do you guys think about this? Do you guys think it's going to be overpopulated? Do you think it's going to get hit with a banhammer and it's going to smash his mirrors for 7 years of bad luck? I mean, what do you guys think is going to happen here? Let me know in the comments. Do your thing. Enjoy your weekend. I hope to see you guys at the beginning of the tournament starting on Monday. So, till then, my friends, see you later.